counting every dollar. Aquarius, somebody is kind of a penny pincher with the Ace of Pentacles and the Justice card. It's like finances are so cut and dry and pure mathematics for this person. It could be you. And that's your strategy for success, is you count every single dollar and you make sure that your finances are absolutely exact. And the reason is because you want to have nice things that, later on in life. We've got Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords. This is just your strategy for success, is to be super precise with your money. Okay, I'm not really sure where this is going, but let's keep going and pull some more. Oh, on the bottom, we have the Fool, and then underneath that's the King of Wands. Super interesting. It's almost like an uninspired strategy. It's almost just like you're doing the best you can, but the Fool is kind of like with limited knowledge. It's like, do you think that billionaires worked for every single penny that they made and counted every single penny and that's how they got to that level? Or any really rich person? No, they didn't do that. In fact, a lot of times I feel like rich people squandered their money and that's how they had more money come back to them, right? Your strategy is uninspired. There's a better way to do this. Let's see what's underneath the King of Wands. Okay, Seven of Wands, because it's just the best you can do. But underneath that, the Seven of Swords, it's a false belief system. Anyway, let's get to the Oracle. Aquarius. And then we have Libra coming out again. So funny, we have the Libra card coming out right after we had the Justice card, which shows the scales on it. So again, it's reiterating the fact that you guys are super cut and dry, factual. Libra is very factual. It is like the 1 + 1 = 2. Well, 2 is the answer, and now the bottom line is 2. You better pay me that $2, right? It's very cut and dry, very mathematical, and I don't think you're budging on that because we have Mars and we have the 8 reversed. It's a little bit unyielding. It's like unbudging, unyielding. It's like you wouldn't even consider maybe letting somebody pay you back in increments, or maybe letting somebody, work for the money that they owe you. You are very, very cut and dry. And I normally don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I feel like this is maybe heading us towards, the advice, which is going to be like, maybe sometimes you got to use a little bit of a subjective analysis of the situation rather than like a purely logical analysis. But let's pull advice and see what else we can. Yeah, I'm going to have to stop and just go on a tangent because I just have to make a point that money does not always equal effort, right? You could have a rich person who put in no effort to get their money, and you could have a poor person who put a ton of effort to just barely have what they have. And in that same way, the people around you, the expression of their effort isn't always equivalent to money. Like, for example, let's say your spouse stays at home and they do a really good job taking care of the house, take care of the kids, and that is the effort that they show. Well, that can be comparable. It's not, the math doesn't add up because there's like a subjective quality to that situation that you also have to consider. Anyway, there's a distortion with regards to value and money and people's effort. Okay, so let's see what else we got. All right, so for advice, the cards are saying have a little bit more compassion. With the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, you don't see this other person's viewpoint. It's kind of like that saying where they say you have to live a life in someone's shoes. You got to walk in somebody's shoes before. You don't know somebody until you've walked a mile in their shoes. Something to that effect. And that's the situation, is that this person has a shitty, or rather, other people, maybe it's not one person, other people have it less good than you, and maybe even they put in more effort than that you don't see because it's the 8 of Swords, and that is worthy of consideration. It is worthy of help. It's worthy of maybe not being so cut and dry with the math, but giving somebody, I don't know, $100 just to lift them up because they helped you, I don't know, move and they didn't expect it. They didn't charge you, but you're gonna help them out because you see the effort that they put in, right? On the bottom, the King of Wands. It's like, set the example. Be the role model. Let's pull advice from the Oracle card. Any more advice? Okay, so this is interesting. There's a bit of a what goes around, comes around feel to these cards because we have the rabbit with the staff here. That is what you put out coming back to you, what you put out into the world, what you gave to other people, to the population, the effort that you put into other people's lives coming back to you at some point in later future, which is symbolized by the door. That is later on in the future. And on the top row, we have the Mask, the number 4 with the sun here. Mask and the number 4 is talking just about objects or like money, donations. If you can give someone or donate something that's going to make their lives better, the Sun card, then that will be remembered for the part down here when it all comes back, when it swings back around to you when you're old and all these people remember what you did for them. That will come around back to you. And it's not even like you're doing that much. It almost seems like very basic stuff. The mask with the number 4 is like donating canned goods to the food pantry, right? It's nothing huge. It's like small objects, donations, small quantities that are more like gestures that are gonna end up making somebody else happy. But I think the gesture in itself is important, and the energy that it carries is very important, and it will pay off later in life. All right. That was kind of complicated. I hope you guys understood that, Aquariuses. I hope you guys got something out of that reading. If you did and you want to come back and see more of these readings, go ahead and follow the channel.